Okay, we're still in lesson 1-3 here, algebra 2. And this is question 4. And on 9, just for a reference here, if I have to. On 9, it is 1, 3. That's the lesson number. And problem 15. In case I ever did this a little different. All right, so this is a 2-part question again. So after we finish the first one, don't forget we've got another part to answer. The monthly water bill is a function of the number of gallons used. The cost is $18.40 for 20,000 gallons or less. Once you get over 20,000, then the cost is $18.40 plus $1 for each 1,000 gallons over 20,000. With any fraction of 1,000 gallons charged at a fraction of, so it's like prorated. So if you have a part of 1,000, you get charged at that rate of at the rate fraction of $1. On what interval is the cost constant, and on what interval is the cost increasing? Okay, so it said for 20,000 or less. So if you think about this as a graph. And we don't have negatives, so we don't have to worry about over here because you can't have a negative amount of gallons. So this are my gallons down here. And then this is the price over here. Okay, so what did they say first? If you have 20,000 or less gallons, so that would be here. Maybe we'll change this color so you can see the 20,000. So if this is my $20,000 or 20,000 gallons here, up to this point, the cost is $18.40. So this is a flat amount here. And then at the 20,000 for 20, so that would be filled in. Because it says for 20,000 or less, it's a straight $18.40. Okay, but then over 20,000, the cost is the $18.40. So if they're right at 20,000, it would be here, but then it's $1 for each 1,000. So like at this point, it starts increasing at that rate. So the cost is constant on this first 0 up to 20,000. So using interval notation here, how would that get typed in here? So my first question would be, you could use 0, right? You can use, maybe you didn't use any water. So if you're 0 up to the 20,000, like that, and it was equal to on the 20,000, right? This said, cost is $18.40. The one question I would have is if this should have been a parenthesis or square bracket, but I think you can use no water. I'm thinking they could say a parenthesis there, but type your answer in interval notation, use commas to separate. So this is the only place that's constant, because once you get out here on this part, it's increasing depending on how much water you're using. It goes up. All right, so let's check and see if that's what they wanted there for our answer. Okay, then the second part of the question, remember we said there was 2 parts. Let's see if I can get some of this writing off from here. So the second part, on what interval is the cost increasing? So that would be this part of the graph out here that's going up, right? So this part out here is going up, increasing. The slope is positive. And so remember, that's an open circle here on the end point right there. So that's at the 20,000. And then technically, I don't know, you probably can't really go to infinity, but In this case, I think that's what we're going to be saying. So on what are increasing, select the correct choice below. So it's increasing. So we set a parenthesis, the 20,000. And then where's my infinity down here? In the toolbar underneath. Parentheses, infinities are always parentheses. So let's see if that's what they were after. Awesome. And hopefully, I like to look at the graph. I think the graph helps me. If you can do it without the graph, that is amazing. Great job. And please do that. Whenever you're taking like ACT exams, high stake that are timed, the more you can practice doing problems like this by just doing them in their head, the faster you can do it. I'm going to explain it by writing it out, though, just so in case somebody needs that to help them know how to do the problem. So with that, good luck.